Hi, my name is Paul Clevitt, and I'm the developer and the author of this SilverTrader software. And I've been trading for about 6 years, part-time, whilst working. Not whilst working, obviously you can't do both. This software is really the culmination of all the stuff I've learned, and I've learned an awful lot. So, what sort of questions do traders ask, or what's the questions you need to ask about a trade? The first thing you need to know is you need to know when to trade, you need to know what to trade, you need to know where your stop loss is and where your targets are. And if you can answer those four questions, you've got a trade set up. So I developed this software. It uses lots of algorithms, it uses 5 or 6 different indicators and various other things in the background. It works with MetaTrader 4, so you'll need to be with a broker that supports MetaTrader 4. So what I'm going to do is show you just in a nutshell how I go looking for trades and how I do a trade setup. First thing I'm going to do is have a look at dollar yen, and I'm not very happy with it. Although actually saying that, down the bottom corner here there is a potential trade setup just here. You can see you notice that there's bunches of arrows, and these arrows basically show the direction of the pair. And if we switch to 5 minutes, you can see here that there's lots of those orange arrows, and there's kind of confusion, and that's called congestion. And what this software does is it helps me to find congestion, and I trade out of congestion. The reason I do that is because congestion often means the market's quite settled, whereas if it's very choppy, like if you've got news coming, you'll notice that there's some big moves, and that's fine, but they're very difficult to predict. Whereas I prefer to trade in a market that is quite gentle, so I'd rather take 3 hours to make 60 pips rather than 5 minutes and then lose 100 pips just because I wasn't ready for it. So looking at US dollar yen, not very happy with it. If you go into the hourly chart, you can see it's in a nice bearish trend. It's down the bottom, and this software actually does support and resistance lines, and you see these white lines here, the big ones. That's really the target areas we're looking at. So the bottom one's for the selling, and the top one's for the buying, and it's already broken the bottom one. I'm kind of not very happy with that, so I'm going to have a look at a couple of others. The software works really well with silver, which is XAG USD. Today I managed to pull off. There was some news yesterday that was quite a big move up, and I managed to pull off 3 sales today on XAG USD, but I had to stop at one point and take my sell off this particular area here because the news was kicking in. There's lots of news for the dollar and everything. I like to go flat, and I don't have any trades on. If you want to gamble, let someone else do it. I'm not gambling. I want to trade in a sensible fashion. So silver at the moment, I've been in on that today. I'm really looking for something else, and I spotted this earlier. This is Aussie dollar US dollar. So on the hourly chart, it all looks the same sort of thing. It looks like it's kind of in a bearish move here, but we've bounced quite nicely off these 2 yellow support lines. So to get some more detail, I'm going to go down to the 5 minute chart, because this is really where congestion shows. Now look at this. We've had this rally up here, and then we've got this here. Now this is congestion. I'm going to insert a nice where is it? There it is. Insert a rectangle just to show you, and you'll see how the software actually has marked out exactly what the limits of the congestion are, more or less. It's just there. So there's the congestion that the software showed me. It showed me because look at all the orange arrows. That means the market doesn't really know which direction it's going to go. But at the moment it's slightly bearish on the 5 minute chart. On the 1 minute chart it's down, but we don't really pay a lot of attention to that, not as much as we do to the 30 minute chart. So you can see this is my congestion area, and my software has drawn in the support and resistance already. The blue lines and the yellow lines are there. So using the software as well, I've got my targets as well. Now what I'm really looking at is risk versus reward. So I've got support basically I wouldn't want to have a stop any lower than just below this blue line here. So that's the support, that's what it's bouncing off of. But where am I going to go? What's my take profit? Well, my take profit is this white line up here. Now this is all calculated by the software. So I've put an entry order in to buy when I break up. You can see this green line across here. A buy stop when I break up through this yellow line. I'll hit my green line, and then there's this big open space not going anywhere that's probably going to return this part here. So all I need to do is wait for that to happen. Now what happens if I'm wrong? Which seems with this software it seems to get it right most of the time. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter because it's not actually a trade. The other thing that might happen is it might break up and then in the middle of my target suddenly decide to go the other way. Well, what I do about that is that when I've got broken up and I'm in profit, when I'm 23 pips in profit, I'll move my stop up to break even. So even if it comes back down against me, it doesn't matter. So I've got 20 pips risk for about 60 pips profit there. That's got to be worthwhile, isn't it? So I'll show you another trade I'm not going to trade. Euro dollar. Although there's actually congestion here, the euro dollar is I call it fool's gold, because basically it just, look at these movements, it's just for no reason it can just drop like a fly, and it makes it very difficult to trade. Unlike silver, which I really recommend for new traders, because silver doesn't react that much to news. There's a little bit of a reaction there, but compared to what euro dollar does, it's nothing at all. And remember, this is quite zoomed in. If I go on the 30-minute chart or maybe the hourly chart, you can see we've got this upward move here, and my software is actually showing there is no trade setup at the moment because there's no congestion, and that's what I want. I want to see congestion. Same with dollar yen, but Aussie dollar has got clear congestion, and that's what I'm looking to trade out of. So I hope that's been useful. If you want to buy the software, basically you've got to get be with a broker like Belfor FX, who are my partners, who are a fantastic broker. I trade with them, and they will you'll have your MT4 terminal, and you pay $75 on my website. I'll email you the indicator software that you basically plug into your MetaTrader for software from your broker, and also a full color manual with some charts. The other thing is you can actually see my trade setups on my blog, DailyForexTrader.me, where I post these trade setups as I see them. And you'll be surprised at the level of success you'll get with this tool, because you've got indication of what's happening in the market. Just lastly, I want to just point out this little trend thing in the corner. This really is a good, oh grief, sorry, that's 1 minute, a little blue thing. It's really a good indicator of what's going on. At the moment, you know, I've got my order above this. What I could actually put an order the other way around in a sell, because we're in congestion, so we don't know really where it's going to go. Only that I did see a number of these green arrows. We've had a couple of red ones, but we've not had any break below this line, so I could have a sell on below the blue line, okay, as well. I could hedge and have both going both ways if your broker allows hedging, but it's not really strictly hedging. It's more like an order cancels order. So basically what would happen is, if it broke up and broke through my buy order, then I'd close my sell order, because the sell order would never kick in. The other way you can do this actually is, if you don't like placing buy or sell limit orders or stop orders, what you want to do is just trade. You can actually just wait for a break. Let's see if I can find something. I know. I go back to silver because there was one. There was one on silver. You notice the lines are now showing support and resistance, but that's for now, not for 4 hours ago, which is what normally happens. Let me see if I go across here. I just want to find some congestion for you. Here's a bit of congestion over here. There's a bit of congestion at this sort of square here. Sorry, I've got automatically jump to the end on, so I'll just turn that off for you. So let's get this bit of congestion here. Insert a rectangle. Maybe in the next version I'll probably I'll do that. So here's some congestion in here. Okay, so we've got lots of these orange arrows. There's some over here. Actually, it goes right back to here, and then there's a few red ones. But really, we don't know. But if we were to look for on the 15-minute chart, there you go. There's what I'm really, in fact I can't really see, this is a bad example, there's a better example here. I'd be looking for this little red arrow kind of isolated away from, so we've got the sell down into this. I could stick with it, but I'd actually have closed it here on this green arrow, because although we've got congestion, we're still bearish, closed it on the green arrow, and maybe look for another red arrow on its own away from the congestion. So this is the congestion I traded earlier actually. Let me just insert another, shapes, rectangle. Okay, so there's two levels of congestion here. In fact, this was just where the news was about here, I think. So there you go. You can see that's how basically this software works. And once you learn to do it, it cuts back on all the amount of hours you spend faffing around with fibs and ratios and everything like that. And all you're doing is basic calculations. So you basically saying, okay, I want to do a buy or I want to do a sell. What's my risk? What's my take profit based on these levels? Here's a buy order or a sell order, or here's a buy or a sell, and then I sit back and wait for it to happen. So I hope that's been of help. You can always contact me through the website. There's a contact me chat thing on the bottom, and if I'm around, I'm very happy to chat with people. If you buy the software, you'll get it in a zip file. It comes with the indicator and a manual as well, and also you can see my daily trading using this tool. So I hope that's helpful, and happy trading everybody.